Hey now, welcome to the first day of the 2020 Battle of the All-Stars. This is the last game of the first day. We got a matchup between the New York All-Stars, Team New York All-Stars, not sure which, versus Team California All-Stars, not sure which uses which. It's East versus West. It is
indeed
the number 1 seed versus the number 5 seed. New York has had a long and storied history at Battle of the All-Stars. They've been at every Battle of the All-Stars since 2012 and have never finished lower than second place.
That's true, and for the last 3, they have been in first place.
They have been the champion and thus earning the number 1 seed. California, on the other hand, this is only their second appearance at the Battle of the All-Stars. Last year they came in and they were 2-2. They lost to Massachusetts and to Pennsylvania, but they had wins over Montana and somebody else. So,
all right. Well, you want to?
And then they had a victory earlier today. California played a great game against Kansas. Kansas, the number 15 seed, but came in super strong. Played a really tight game against California. So California's got a victory under their belt, a little bit of momentum on their side.
As we roll into this quarterfinal.
There you go. I'm Bobby Narco.
I'm Mo Chismo.
And you are watching the 2020 Battle of the All-Stars on twitch.tv/Nerd Derby.
All right, let's do some team readouts, I guess.
Shall we? I'll take California first since they're the lower
visitors,
seed.
Yep.
Okay. New York's first up here. Why don't you take us through New York?
All right, number 0101 is team captain Deb Crush. 09 is Kill Valentine. 111 is Cherry Napalm. Number 12 is Ovarian Sister. 127, Sassy Sutton. 180 is Toxic Beverage. 187, Morticia DK. 303, Mizzy C. 499, Low Mame. Not everybody here will be skating today. 59 is Acid. 934, Diagon Alley. 02, Pinky Swears. 110, Switchcraft. 1138, Darth Vader. 1213, Fuerza Brutal. 1717, Chaos. 1818, and Frankenstein. 221, Yeti or Not. 33, Lacey Knight. 56, Kate Sarah. And 909 is Boom.
Boom! And for California, skating in white with a big bear, the golden bear on their rib cage. Number 0018, Jem Jones. Number 1337, Dana Scully. Number 1729, Lucelle Balls. Number 37, E-Rex, MVP when they played Kansas. Number 444, Unleashed. Number 6 is Diamond. Number 707, Tara Tot. Number 88, Ginger Snapper. Number 934, Shady Hawkins. Number 116, Rocky Road Rash. Number 138, Patty Hearst. Number 215, Boo. Number 33, R2. Number 4, Mad for Gravy. Number 504, Louisiana Slammer. Number 626, Maddie Masochist. Number 808, Hawaiian. Number 88, Bell Ringer. Number 9999, Tifa Knoxhard. And the captain, number 247, PMS.
And we are just about ready to go. 20 minutes on the clock for this 40-minute contest.
Coaches for California, we have Ranger wearing the A along with Woo and Rolomite. And coaches for New York, who do we got there?
We have Wolverine, we have Whiskey Lullaby, we have Stankus.
All right, so there are our coaches, and everyone's all set. My goodness, Mo Chismo, we got through it.
We sure did, and we are ready to go here. I see some skaters out there. Can't quite see the stars.
No, there's going to be an
angle.
NSO flashing the jammers to the scoreboard operators. If we can catch a glimpse at that, otherwise we'll get them right off the.
Yep.
But I recognize that New York jammer right away.
That's Kate Sarah, and that's E-Rex is your first lead jammer for California.
First lead of the game goes to the Bear Flag Republic.
E-Rex working away to the front, and that's the first blood, 4 points for California.
Out to do or die or know the reason why. California. Win the game or know the reason why.
You gonna make me sing New York, New York?
There you go.
I'm gonna leave that to you, my friend. The Pavarotti of roller derby.
4-hour penalty coming in. First penalty of the game. It's on white, 2:15. That is Boo.
And calling it just before New York gets into the pack to score.
Total of 7 picked up by California, a 4 and a 3. New York held scoreless. First lead change coming in, jam number 1.
All right.
And is that Switchcraft out on the line for New York? Mochismo and I both are Gotham
We
Girls
are.
roller derby announcers, so forgive us if we recognize New York a little bit better. I am the designated California announcer, and I feel myself to be a Californian, having grown up in Los Alamitos. Shout out to the 90720.
All right, well, shout out to Schenectady, New York. You don't hear that too often.
All right. Yeah, there's more to New York than New York City. Meanwhile, who is that out on the jammer line? That is indeed Switchcraft going up against Maddie Masochist.
Maddie Masochist has the position right now. New York Foreman up in front of her. I see Pinky Swears, part of the defense there. Now New York coming from behind. Switchcraft got one to get by up front.
And now 2:15, Boo out of the penalty box. Both teams back at full strength. Lead jam has gone to Switchcraft.
First lead jam for New York.
Both teams working strong braced walls.
Yeah,
One, New York bridging. Nice
Not
move.
a lot of movement there until Switchcraft breaks through and easy up on the inside. There's a quick 4.
Two wall at the top, keeping Maddie Masochist locked up. That's finally Cherry Napalm finally has to let it go. Illegal position is the call on Cherry Napalm.
She was a little far out front. Must have missed the no pack call.
Well, and the pack dissolved really quickly once the bridge went back to join the rest of the pack. Kind of left Cherry Napalm hanging. 5 points picked up by New York, so no lead change, but their first score of the game.
Hey, it's only the second jam.
Right. And anything can happen, and it usually does.
All right, I see Kate Sarah on the line for New York. And again, apologize for being less familiar with the California Jammers.
I called them earlier today against Kansas. I just can't see them right now. But let's see. Tara Tot, that is 707. Tara Tot had a great game. Was in the consideration for the MVP award. Kate is lead. That's 2 in a row for New York. First time either team has strung 2 together. Forearm penalty sends a California blocker to the penalty box. That's number 6, Daimon.
Kate Sarah up the middle.
Oh, it's beckoning
Signal.
the troops.
Yeah.
Like a commander in the field.
Picking up speed there. Killing a little bit of time. I guess that was the point. Maybe an extra 5 seconds before she calls it off.
Still keeps a California blocker hung up in the penalty box. 2 points, 1 for the skater that was passed on the track, and 1 for the additional. 2 for California brings them up to 9.
And that's a tie.
I count a tie
There
as
you
a
go.
lead change. We went from having a lead to not having a lead.
There you go.
So, 9-9, all locked up heading into jam number 4. Scoreboard telling us it is Smacktivist?
That's Mizzy C.
No, Tifa Knoxhard. That's it. We go 99.99 for California.
Right. I believe that is 303.
Picking up
Mizzy
lead
C,
jam.
lead jammer.
First appearance on the jammer line for 303.
Mizzy C goes for the jump. Doesn't quite land it. Pulled all the way back by number 6, Diamond. California trying to get into the pack, but I don't think they were in time. Nope, 0 points scored. So that will be a lead change as New York picks up 2 more.
Mizzy C is out of, let's see. Do you know where is Mizzy C? I don't see it on the, oh wait, here we go. Out of Mohawk Valley.
There you go. Strongly represented team here in this New York.
Indeed.
Compilation team.
And there's specific rules about who gets to be from where, all that.
If we have a long break, we might talk about it. But
There you
until
go.
then, we have Switchcraft for New York and E-Rex for California jamming. E-Rex was off the line first, but it's going to be Switchcraft coming from behind and taking lead. Strong California wall back there. Switchcraft gets around the inside, but does not land inside. Recycles back very quickly. E-Rex now joining the pack. A little late for Switchcraft to call it off.
A little bit of a spill in the backstretch up there at the top.
Switchcraft goes to the inside, and they get a piece of her. she's able to step back in and stay legal.
Shout out to our camera operators. We got all announcers operating our cameras for us today, working with Nerd Derby Productions to bring you this awesome roller derby tournament.
Yeah,
What's
don't
the
call us
tallies
one-trick pony there. Well, with that, 3 points. California takes lead 11. That's wrong. It's 12-15. New York got 4 points on that jam, and they will retain the lead.
I'm going to erase that lead change circle that I just drew.
Look behind the curtain. All right. Kate Sarah back on the line for New York, and Maddie Masochist.
Stoppage of play first. It's
So one thing you might not see from the angles our cameras are at, these are hockey doors that our teams are sitting behind, and the latches for them are a little difficult to operate. We've had several stoppages of play, including several penalties, and I see one now being served by Deb Crush for the team's failure to close those doors. It's a safety issue. The refs have let it slide in some games I've seen, but the last couple of games they've been pretty strict about it. So Deb Crush sitting a penalty for a failure to close the hockey door.
There you go. Interfering with gameplay.
Yeah.
Probably illegal procedure.
Illegal procedure, I think, is the call.
Okay. 15 of playing, 12. First stoppage of play coming with 13 minutes and 17 seconds left. Well analyzed there, Mo Cheesemo.
I do what I can.
Pleasure working with you.
As always. It's a pleasure working with me, as always. All right. Kate Sarah still out there. I believe E-Rex was her opponent.
E-Rex was the jammer on the last jam.
My mistake. That is 626, Maddie Masochist.
Who follows in the rotation, jam 2, now jam 6. So California sticking with that 4-jammer rotation, and New York sticking with lead. 5 leads in a row.
Yeah, that's Kate's 2 for 3 now, lead jammer.
Correct. Didn't get it the first time around.
Kate ducking to the inside. Big hit by number 33, R2.
Yeah. Took the words right out of my mouth. Fantastic hit by R2. 4 more points on the board for New York, brings them up to 19. They have scored in every frame except the first. California has been shut out in 3 frames. Put points on the board in the other 3 frames. 19 playing 12. Who was the president in 1912?
That would have been Wilson.
William Howard Taft?
I don't know about that. That would have been World War II.
Was it 12 to 16? Was he a 2-termer? Did he get 12 to 16
yeah,
and 16
did.
to 20?
His wife took over
you are
for
right
the second
then.
half. Yes.
The end of Taft's lame duck year in 12.
And this history lesson brought to you by Bobby Darko and Mo Cheesemo. Back to the game. It's Tara Tot versus Mizzy C.
We got a direction play penalty set in at 138 to the penalty box for California. Tara Tot is 707. And what's the uniform number for Mizzy C?
5. No, that's wrong. 303.
303.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
Mizzy
Tara
C approaching the pack,
lead.
forcing the call. And 4 for California, unreturned by New York.
How about that? Only the second time New York has been held scoreless. Brings us within 3 points. California, the number 5 seed. New York, the number 1 seed. They've won the last 3 years in a row. It's kind of understandable why they would come in.
Absolutely.
Why the reigning champs would enter in the number 1 seed.
This is technically a quarterfinal. The winner of this game does not play again until Saturday.
Saturday night in the semis. The winner only has 2 more games.
That's right. 1
in the box for California. New York at full strength. That is Switchcraft on the line, number 110 for New York.
And Tifa Noxar, 99.99.
99.99. Sticking to that 4-jammer rotation. It is 99's turn. 37 will be up next if they stick to that rotation.
Switchcraft with a burst of speed around the outside, but it is going to be Knox who takes lead. Switchcraft chasing her out of the pack. And it is a foot race here, Bobby. Switchcraft catching up. They're hitting the pack simultaneously.
Skaters on both teams doing a great job of staying out of that apex penalty box. I'd like to give a shout out to Spank Alley, the only fully adjustable roller derby armbands on the market. They also ship worldwide. Check them out at www.spankalley.com.au.
All right. Single point put up by Knox in that jam for California.
When someone's standing in front of the scoreboard or we have a power outage. No, that's a shadow.
Very selective power outage.
1 point each. Only the second time that both teams have put points on the board. Yes, they did that back in jam number 5. Also when Switchcraft was jamming.
Well, it's Kate versus E-Rex once more.
Who got the lead jam that last one? Was it Switch?
It was Knox.
It was, okay. Now that's Kate getting lead jam for New York, and we're back up to date.
They are waiting for her in the back of that pack. Kate engaging, pushing hard.
And that is indeed E-Rex out there on the jammer line for California. They're standing fast to their 4-jammer rotation here in jam number 9.
Kate with a lot of explosive movements breaks out of that pack on the inside.
We got a skater down in turn number 2.
Looks like, looks like jammer down.
Yeah. That was 37 E-Rex. So let's see if we have some more sponsors we can thank while we have our brief stoppage of play. We've shouted out Spank Alley. Let's give some love to 187 Killer Pads. What can you tell us about that, Mochismo?
Well, 187 Killer Pads have been designing and constructing pads for top professional athletes for the past decade. Started by a longtime skater and a family-owned upholstery shop, 187 Killer Pads has since become the preferred choice of skaters worldwide. You can follow them on Instagram and on the web at 187, the numbers, Killer Pads, the letters.com. 187 Killer Pads.
All right. Got some fun facts for you. These state mottos, one is in Latin, one is in Greek. They're both.
That's right.
They're each both. Well, let's do it as a trivia. See if our Twitch
all
fans
right.
can find out. No
Hey,
cheating,
Twitch
now.
folks.
No using the internet now. But what is the Greek one-word motto for the state of California, and what is the Latin one-word motto for the state of New York? See if you can help us out on the Twitch chat.
And 1 million points to the winner. Whoever gets it first. Points redeemable for pennies in heaven.
There you go. The state of California was admitted to the Republic in 1850, the year after the 1849 gold rush.
They had enough money to buy their way in at that point.
New York is admitted in 1788, one of the original
OG,
colonies, but
10th state.
but not the first one here at the tournament to get admitted before them. The year before, Pennsylvania got
Of course,
admitted.
Delaware was the
Delaware
first state.
First of all, yes.
As Joe
Delaware
Biden would
not-
happily tell you.
Not competing here this weekend. Let's see. The state flower for California is the California poppy. For New York, it is the rose. The state bird of California is the quail. State bird of New York. Anyone?
Some love for Delaware, but no guesses as to the state mottos.
Bluebird. The bluebird is the state bird of New York.
The eastern bluebird, specifically.
Is
I think
it?
there
Okay,
are several
all right.
different species or
Not the
subspecies.
bluebird of happiness.
That
It's
one
the
flew up your
bluebird
nose. So.
Get off my lawn, yeah.
Eureka! There we go. BZ137 got it for California.
That's and then for
Eureka,
New
I
York,
have found it.
Ever upward. It's Latin, ends with an exclamation point, and there's a poem by the same name. The shades of night were falling fastward through an alpine village past. A youth who bore amid snow and ice. The banner
There
with
we
the strange
go.
device.
Somebody named Bodega Cat knows that Excelsior is the theme of New York,
Excelsior.
and that makes sense with a name like Bodega Cat.
There you go. So looking back at California's record, last year was the very first time that there had been a California. They had victories over Louisiana and Montana and lost to Massachusetts and Pennsylvania. And they ended up finishing the tournament last year in 6th place, a great debut. And this year they enter in the 5 seed.
All right. Well, they've had a good weekend thus far, and this game is pretty competitive.
Yeah.
We are
heck yeah.
10 minutes, 27 seconds in, a differential of only 7 points.
I should update my scorecard while we have this stoppage of play. 24-17. I'd like to give some love to our tournament heads. Our tournament head announcer is Gretchen and Kent helping out also.
Absolutely, yep.
So thank you to them for picking us for this tournament. Got some other tournament heads you want to give some shout-outs to?
Well, absolutely. We want to thank our social media guru here, Chad Newt. We want to thank Head of Registration and Team Wrangler, Samantha Flowers. And looks like E-Rex is out of skates right now, walking off with a cold pack around her ankle, but walking. So more as warranted. Hopefully we see her back in this contest, or at least in the next one.
E-Rex with an MVP award also
That's right.
from the first game against Kansas.
All right, that whistle whistles the players back onto the track.
White is going to be 86. That is going to change up the jammer rotation for California by necessity. And so number 86, do we have let's get the rosters.
There we
handy.
go, yep. 86 is Ginger Snapper in their first jammer appearance of this contest.
Yeah. Let's see if we saw Ginger Snapper earlier. No, Ginger Snapper did not make an appearance in the game against Kansas either. So Ginger Snapper's first appearance on the line of the day. And who is that New York jammer? 303.
Well, that's 303, Mizzy C.
Third appearance on the line. Lizzie C is 1 for 2 so far.
Mizzy C's got the position. California holding her back, doing yeoman's work up front.
It is, boy, brutal in turn number 2 right now.
Yeah, sure is.
Like some sort of place where they mash up meat.
A mortar and pestle? No, that's not right.
An abattoir. It's an abattoir in turn number 2.
All right, and Ginger Snapper.
1 for 1 on the jammer line.
There you go.
3 of the last 4 leads have gone to the Golden Bear State.
Mizzy C having a tough time back there. Star has come off, looking to hand it off to the pivot.
That is 9:34.
Diagon Alley. But thus far, still has the Star
like
stat.
diagonally. I just figured that out.
Or if you're
Diagon
if you're a Harry Potter fan, there's a reference there as well.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm not. I failed.
All right, so calling it off just as Mizzy C coming around. Going to be a 3-point jam for California. Still no lead, 20-24. New York remaining on top. Under 8 minutes left to play in this 20-minute half. Switchcraft taking the line against 707.
Tara Todd.
There you go. That's the one.
I recognize 707. It's come screaming out of the sky like a early jet plane.
All right, yeah, well, better than screaming out of the sky like some of these later ones. Anyway.
Hey now. Switchcraft 110, playing 707. 2 good poker hands. Pair of aces, pair of sevens.
And both palindromes, as I know you are thinking right now.
110, not really a palindrome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she was 101. Switchcraft is your lead jammer.
Indeed. Switchcraft 3 for 4 on the jammer line. Here in jam number 11, Switchcraft's already got 4 jams under her belt. Star Stash to complete the initial pass.
Yeah. She gets through, forcing Switchcraft to call it.
4 points picked up by New York. So just when California was creeping in, some separation, but boy, not much.
Yeah, it's only a net of 1 for the past 3 or 4 jams for New York.
2 complete scoring passes, and it's a tight game.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. Slam those doors until they close. 56 on the line for the team in purple. Whatever will be, will be. The year that song was made popular by.
That's
Remind
right.
me again who?
Doris Day, I believe.
Doris Day, yes.
Knox is your lead jammer, skating out in front of Kate Sarah, but Kate is skating hard to catch up with her. Knox trying to get the pack moving. Kate got in there.
2. Yeah. Kate picked up some points.
Looks
2-2?
like 2 and 2, I believe.
Oh, 1 for White.
Oh, New York snaking a point away in a non-lead situation.
As Hebrew Ham Lincoln would say, a sneaky point. Shout out to fellow Gotham announcer Hebrew Ham Lincoln.
And Gotham skater.
So scoring ratio is 10-7, using 3 as the common denominator. And out on the jammer line right now, can you see who we got?
Not quite yet.
Wait for it.
I think that's Mizzy C. And
Something ending with a
Weezy
4.
Slamma.
First appearance on the jammer line for Weezy Slamma.
Mizzy C is your jammer of record.
Illegal contact sends a California blocker to the penalty box.
Mizzy C tries to get her on the outside. Nice hit by 6'2", Maddie Masochist. Now she's knocked to the inside. Mizzy C still looking to complete her initial scoring pass. Mad for Gravy, knocking her to the out.
Louisiana Slamma out of Sonoma roller derby.
Okay.
Quite a strong Sonoma appearance on the California team. Forearm penalty coming in. It's on the jammer. First jammer penalty of the game for either team.
Fuerza Brutal knocking her to the inside there and somehow drawing a forearm in the process.
Fuerza Brutal, just a fantastic skater. Ran into Fuerza at Penn Jersey at April Angst last year.
Okay.
Might skate for the Hooligans. I could be wrong. If you're following on the Twitch chat, can someone confirm it for me that Fuerza Brutal also skates for the men's team, the Penn Jersey Hooligans?
Okay, 4 more points for New York.
34.
And there will be a power start for the Empire State.
With 5:04, Louisiana Slamma still in the penalty box on the forearm from the prior jam. Is that Switchcraft, that 110 out there?
Good to be starting this one off all alone on the jam line. But
so
we have
lonely out there.
We have a California Jamma standing. Oh, my goodness. There was no pack in front of Switchcraft, and she used that to her advantage.
Yeah, take advantage of that. All white at the top of the pack. They do have one white skater trapped at the back. New York's got their goat. That is the pivot, 1337, Dana Scully, the captain.
Switchcraft knocked to the inside, recycled all the way back by number 33, R2.
Low block coming in. Nobody leaving yet. It is, the jammer.
Jammer penalty, yes.
2 jams in a row that Louisiana Slamma has gone to that Apex Skate Shop penalty box.
Switchcraft skating on 4, looking for 8.
And now we're starting to get some separation. Now it's a 2-to-1 scoring ratio.
And there's the 4 more.
Okay.
There's
now it's a 2-to-1 scoring
correct.
ratio. Using 21 as your common denominator, it's a 2-to-1 scoring ratio.
And Alabama Slamma, that's
still
not quite the
in
name.
The box.
Still in the box and standing. Timeout will be called by California. Not an official review, just a team timeout. This team timeout brought to you by 888. Derby isn't your typical sport. It's more like a carefully choreographed mosh pit on wheels. That's why we make protective gear specifically designed for those who lay it out all out there on the track. Check out 888 on their website, 888thenumber.com, and also find them on Instagram, 888.
2 minutes and 55 seconds in regulation of this first period. Now, the rules are kind of funny here. They're 2 20-minute halves.
And 5 penalties to foul out.
Here's the breakdown. You get 2 20-minute periods, 1 5-minute halftime between, 2 timeouts per team per game, 1 official review per team per game. Clock runs as normal, and skaters foul out at 5.
And the official review not retainable. You use it, you lose it, period.
Teams from California and New York are under a set of rules where they have to have skaters from at least six different leagues, and the rosters may not have more than 10 skaters from any one league.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed quite a little more variety. In years past, New York has generally had 3 teams strongly represented, sometimes with one member from a 4th team. A lot more diversity this year in terms of the team. Kate Sarah on the line. Louisiana Slamma still in the box, standing.
Taking advantage. They got an illegal position coming in. That is a California blocker reporting. Kate Sarah has picked up lead. 3 in a row, 4 of the last 5 of the last 7 leads have gone to New York.
And we have a star pass going to Tifa Knoxhard.
First star pass of the game. And that's understandable. 504 had been out there 3 jams in a row.
Technical issue with the star pass. I saw Tifa receive it. She's dropped it on the straightaway, the far straightaway there.
There's 2 pivots out there. Was there another pivot stripe out there?
I wonder if
I don't know what's going on. Withdrawn.
Yeah. Well,
so I'm crossing out this star pass.
Yeah, it was an illegal star pass. Okay, Kate Sarah calling it off there.
Coaches from California shouting encouragement to their skaters and apologizing to the announcers as they're shouting across us.
That's very polite. That's New Yorkers will not apologize when they shout across you.
That's a shout out to Rolomite coaching the skater in the box. So what is the tally there? That is the highest jam of the game. First double-digit jam of the game for either team. 12 points brings California up to 54.
New York to 54.
Excuse me, New York up to 54. And no points for Cali. Keeps them at 21. But at least we're going to get a new jammer out there. No, we are not.
We are not.
4 jams in a row that Louisiana Slamma has been out there 3
Oh.
jams in a row starting from the penalty box.
Mizzy C taking some big hits in the front of that pack by the California blockers. Putting her down. She returns to play very quickly. Louisiana Slamma coming out of the box and into lead.
The California bench erupting.
Yeah, took her a little while, but she
4
got on out
jams.
there. Yeah, 4 in a row, no less.
And that
Weezy
first
calls
jam
it.
out there was her first appearance on the jammer line.
Yeah, first of 4 as it turned out.
Yes, first of 4 consecutive.
I'm sorry, the rotation says you're going in again.
Yeah, you don't sit there. You don't sit there. You have to go back to the bench.
All right, 3 points picked up by California. Some coaching going on that bench there.
That's Switchcraft out on the line now for the New York All-Stars. And can you see?
Not quite.
Scoreboard says Maddie Massacus.
There we go,
I
yep.
believe the scorecard. That's 626, right?
You got it.
Yes. Ooh, I see a figure.
Maddie Massacus is your lead jammer.
That is 2 in a row. Only the second time Team California has picked up consecutive lead jammer calls. Last time being jam 7 and 8.
Switchcraft is through now. Maddie Matskas picked up 4 to score. Looks like she's going to play it out.
Hey, when
Word
you're the
from the
team
bench is to
behind, you
keep it
got to
going.
count on your no.
Calls it.
I think it might have been worthwhile to take the risk. California picked up 4.
Yeah,
No.
they were out of jam time there.
28.
All right, well, at the half, it is 28-56. New York on top and putting together a sizable lead, mainly in the second half of that first half.
New York was held scoreless the last 2 jams in a row, so there is some light at the end of the tunnel for California, but it's roughly a 2-to-1 scoring ratio. What can you tell us about Sociopath, Mochismo?
Sociopath, New England is a skater-run business offering size-inclusive leggings and shorts designed to fit you. With 7 different lengths and pockets, she is sure to have a style that works for your body. Team colors, custom prints, group discounts are available. Also offering dozens of arm and helmet cover options. She's got you covered. Please see Sociopath, and that's SEWCIOPATH, sociopath.ca/nerd for 10% off your next order.
All right, Mochismo, Bobby Narco, and Chad will be back to bring you the second half of California and New York in a few minutes. Go get yourself something to eat, something to drink. We'll do some math. We'll come throw stats at you and have the second half.
All right. We are back.
We've been doing some numbers. We've been crunching some math. I've got lead jams. New York had lead jam 10 times. California had lead jam 7 times. Every jam had a score. There was no 0-0 jams. Every jam had a lead. There was no jam with no leads. Every jam was less than 2 minutes long. There were no star passes for either team. California had 7 lead jams, and they had 3 jammer penalties.
Well, 3 in a row.
It was the same jammer back to back to back.
Yep.
Turning point of the game, kind of when E-Rex left the game.
Yeah.
It just California started putting in relief jammers, and it kind of fell apart. What do you got about scores?
Well, a high score for New York here is Kate Surratt, 26. Switchcraft hot on her heels with 24 points.
Yeah,
so,
E-Rex had 10 of the 28 points that California had on the board before E-Rex had to leave the game.
And we did see E-Rex walking off during the intermission here.
Yeah.
So
in socks.
So might not be returning, but is at least walking.
Right.
All right, back to the action here. Kate Surratt and Ginger Snapper are on the line for their respective teams right now. And a very scrum start here, Bobby Narco.
86 is the uniform number for Ginger Snapper, and the first appearance on the line for Ginger Snapper as a jammer for California today.
Kate Surratt finds her way through. She was actually, I think, the relief after E-Rex went out in the first half.
You are correct, and was 1 for 1, and also jammed earlier in the day against Kansas.
Well, there you go.
So not the first appearance of the day, not even the first appearance of the game.
Relief jammer for California. And Kate Surratt now getting called out. I see a multiplayer. I don't think that was on Kate.
Yeah, I missed the call altogether.
Darth Vader is the multiplayer. I'm not sure what the call was on Kate.
But it will be our first 2-minute jam of the game as lead is lost.
That's right.
And it's the New York's first jammer penalty.
Maddie Massicus now the jammer as she takes the star. Not on her head yet, but you can see her pushing there with the stripe.
So first star pass of the game. All these things that we didn't have any of the first half.
There was one star pass that
it got foiled. That was not
a star pass.
That was in the middle of 5:04 going to the penalty box over and over and over again.
All right, Kate out of the box now, chasing down Maddie.
Nice hit at the back of the back by 4-4-4 on the white team. That is unleashed.
And Kate is through. No points scored on that pass. I would have thought that was a scoring pass, but
illegal position on the California blocker. That's reporting to the penalty box. Now another California blocker heading to the penalty box, to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box.
There's 4 points for Kate. Little defensive jamming there by Maddie Massicus as she knocks Kate out as the jam comes to its conclusion.
So Kate's got points on, 3 points on for a total of 7. That'll bring New York up to 61. And 4 points for California brings them up to 32.
All right, Switchcraft returning the line for New York once more.
And I can't see that number.
I can't see beyond that ref. There we go.
We'll get it. Here we go. The scoreboard just put it up. Tifa. 99.99.
There we go. Switchcraft is your lead jammer.
Multiplayer block coming in. Who's leaving on the multiplayer? That is the California pivot. Number 33 R2. 33 R2.
Plus R2. All right, Tifa is got still 2 to get by in the front.
Cherry Napalm on a high block.
When you're Cherry Napalm, those high blocks are awfully easy sometimes.
Illegal contact on the purple skater that's leaving. Didn't catch the number 12, maybe. Is there a purple 12? There is Ovarian's sister on the illegal contact.
Of Ithaca, I believe, or at least formerly of Ithaca.
Yes. Shout out to the Ithaca League of Women Rollers.
Yes, indeed.
8 points on the board for California brings them up to 69. Nice round number. And
a lot of penalties being served right now. Both teams with 2 blockers in the box as we start off the next jam.
They must be giving away Apex skates in the Apex Skate Shop penalty box because it is the place to be. Oh, look, they're giving the jammer numbers, but I missed it.
Well, it's Mizzy C for New York. I saw her on the ref for a
303.
hot second. And then
picking
a
up
707.
Terraton.
Yes.
Picking up the first lead of the half for California. leads aren't that far off from the first half. It was only 10-7 in terms of leads in the first half.
Taratat with a nice apex jump there to grab the first 4. Mizzy C still looking for a way through. Cherry Napalm edging out Taratat.
It's great quarterbacking at the top of the pack. Who is that California blocker?
Shady Hawkins breaking up that wall.
44-44 again. Unleashed, or 444. Unleashed is a fantastic blocker out there.
Mad for Gravy now, going hard with Mizzy C in the back. Mizzy knocked to the inside, takes a second to recover. Star is off now.
Just stalled out at the top of the pack. They have Taratat shut down. That's Cherry Napalm and Frankenstein. Who's that third one bracing that wall? 303?
Where's the Brutal?
No, yeah, 213. Yeah.
Where's the Brutal?
Where's the Brutal? Nice move by Mizzy C.
There we go. Escaping from the pack now. Everybody back on the track.
Tara's lead. Tara can stop it before the scoring happens and does.
Yeah.
California picked up 8 much-needed points.
I believe that's the largest unreturned score by California thus far this game.
It is, yeah. 7 points in the very first jam of the game put up by E-Rex.
Unreturned,
and
yeah.
then this is the highest jam of the game for California, 8 points. Highest jam of the game for either team, a dozen points put on the board by New York, and they've also got an 8 as well.
All right, an official stoppage of play here.
Official timeout being indicated.
And
14:41 showing.
We want a big shout out to Bucksmont Roller Derby Dolls here for hosting the Battle of the All-Stars 2020. They've been hosting us for the last 9 years.
I'm not sure if there was a year that we didn't have one. But yeah, they've been hosting the tournament for a good long time.
Good long time. That's fair. That's a nice and round number.
They've upped that score. California got 11.
Okay, that does not.
They won the official timeout.
Yeah, they sure did. They do not retain it, however. They won the official time. Well, there you go. Not the official review.
The score is a palindrome. 14:41 left in regulation.
Kate Sarah taking a knee in the front there. Bell Ringer holding her back, along with Dana Scully up there, number 88, Bell Ringer. She's through now.
It's 86, jammering
Ginger
Snapper for California. Star's been passed.
Yep. Maddie Masochist taking the star and escaping the pack.
Second time the star has been passed from 86 to 626. Back in jam number 1 of this period, same thing happened.
Kate Sarah trying to stick the outside line, forced to call it out after getting knocked out. Good pressure by California. They're holding New York to only 4 points.
All right, heading into jam number 5. 13 minutes, 37 seconds left to play. That is Switchcraft. It is.
In answer to Jezebel and Hell's question there, we have Hellions, Gotham, Mohawk Valley, Thousand Islands, and Ithaca Roller Derby, as well as Black Diamond and Queen City represented on the New York team. Hi, Jez.
Tifa is Knox's lead for California. Forearm penalty on the California pivot.
Switchcraft is through on her initial.
High block coming in at the very end. Oh, it's Cherry Napalm on the high block. No, there's something about, yeah, Cherry Napalm's out there. Jammer to the penalty box.
And asking for an official review from her bench. Well, is she the captain? I don't see a C on that arm. Asking for PMS or one of the California.
Did I miss her 9999 for 111? Is that enough of a homophone that I got that wrong? Because 111 just went back to the bench. 111 didn't leave. So that high block was on Knox. And it's an official timeout. Showing so far. fortunate so that neither team has to use a timeout or a official review to stop the clock.
Thanks to more folks here who make this possible. Tournament head photography is Andrew Keys. Head NSOs are Coconuts Chanel and Dan Atkinson. Tournament head refs are Chris Brace and Whitney Freemesser. Tournament oversight, Chip Shear and Samantha Temple. And, of course, tournament organizer and founder of Battle of the All-Stars is V-Diva Vanessa Sykes.
And that last jam was our first mutually scoreless jam of the game.
Correct.
30 points separating these two teams, 73-43. You were talking about who makes up Team New York. From Team California, we have skaters from Santa Cruz, from Orange County Roller Derby, from Misery Loves Company, from San Fernando Valley, from Sonoma Valley, from Angel City, from Silicon Valley. Let's see. So that's a pretty broad range.
Is that 6 teams? That was the requirement, I believe, right?
Oh, easily. There were 6 different teams in the first six names I read.
Fair enough.
Santa Cruz, I think, has the lion's share of the skaters on this team, but they do not have more than the 10 that they are allowed. San Fernando Valley has a couple. OCRD has a couple. Misery Loves Company has a couple. So nice spread, nice representation of the left coast, up and down.
Is that mainly NoCal or SoCal there?
I think it's a good blend. I think they're probably more Northern California.
Okay.
But
yeah, not a lot of. Well, LA is represented on there, but
I don't. Is there an
I
Angel
thought
City?
I saw Angel
there's
City.
one Angel City down there, and some. Do we have an
Boo is
Angel
Angel
City
City.
coaches? No, we got a Santa Cruz coach, an MLC coach, and a Team USA coach. Where are New York's coaches out of? 2 of them are Gotham.
Wolverine and
Wolverine
then,
and Whiskey.
Stank.
Oh, Stankus
Stankus,
is also Gotham. So all of New York's coaches are Gotham coaches.
Well, Wolverine and Stankus of the Shock Exchange. I don't know if they currently are.
No, Wolverine coaches Brooklyn.
Well, correct, yeah, but he has skated with Shock, hasn't he?
Skated with the Shock and has refereed, and he's also an announcer.
All right, well, there you go. I haven't announced. No, I did. That is wrong. I'm lying about that. Coney Island, I think.
So we wear many hats.
Many hats. Well, some people do anyway.
I'll buy new hats if I have to.
Bobby Narco, an accomplished NSO prior to becoming a announcer.
Well, it's kind of simultaneous. I started NSOing in January of 2011 and started announcing in January of 2011.
E-Rex is back on the track, Bobby.
Hey, about that. 37 is out there.
Going up against Kate Sarah. And California definitely, I think, appreciates her return to the track.
Those golden socks pulling
Yeah.
a rabbit out of her hat.
Kate Sarah knocked to the inside. One to get by and does it.
Yeah, Kate did get lead.
R2 getting a piece of her coming out of the pack. Now E-Rex has the star off, looking to hand it off, but her pivot's behind her.
Not anymore.
I wonder if that was a choreographed move there, skating by and grabbing the star. Very effective.
Patty Hearst on the star pass, is it not? No, it's 1-3-2-7.
Yeah.
Dana Scully.
Right.
37 to 13-37. New York picks up 3, extends their lead. They are now at 76. California sitting on 43 since the end of jam number 3. So 3 jams in a row that California has not put any points on the board. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a relief jammer from New York, are we not?
Is that Deb Crush?
It is Deb Crush. Good eye, my friend. And picking up lead for California.
Maddie Massicus.
Maddie Massicus.
Deb Crush's first appearance this contest. She definitely has jammed very frequently for Team New York over the years. Team captain for Team New York as well. Out of Ithaca at one point. But current team is Mohawk Valley.
0101 is the uniform number. I'm hearing a call. I'm not seeing anybody leave. It's a multiplayer.
Yep,
it's on the California pivot.
Right. And Deb Crush picking up 4 points.
Things stalled out between turns 3 and 4, heading into that narrowest part of the track, and rather than enter that bottleneck, the jam gets called. New York picks up 4, coupled with, no, each team gets points. New York gets 4, and Cali gets 3.
Under 10 minutes left to play here.
And back to a 30-point lead, 70, oh no, 80 playing, excuse me, withdrawn.
Switchcraft back on the line. The opposite of withdrawn. Put forward, I guess you might say, to jam.
Advanced.
Yes.
So last 2 jams, the New York has gone 0-1, 0-1, 1-0.
And the jam is going.
Yes, do not let the lack of motion fool you. This jam is underway. Oh, big hit!
What a
at
hit
the
by
top of the pack.
That was
909?
909, 808.
909, 808. 707's the jammer.
I think it's 808.
Switchcraft is the lead jammer. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, after taking
the
that big hit.
uniform number kind of bunches up sometimes, so we couldn't really read it. 808 could say Bob.
Forearm called at the end there. I think that's on one of the California blockers.
It is number 24 reported to the penalty box.
247.
247 PMS, the
captain.
And 3 points on the board for Switchcraft brings New York up to 83. No points for California keeps them at 46. 83 playing 46. Ref takeout. Up on his feet and laughing.
That's always good when they laugh. If they're not laughing, it ain't good. Mizzy C will be taking on Tifa Knoxard. Mizzy C out just before Knox.
Yeah, that was a great breakout of the middle by Mizzy C.
Pack is flying now, Bobby. They have their work cut out for them to catch up with this pack.
Last 7 jams, we've been alternating lead. These back-to-back leads by New York breaks that string.
And Mizzy C getting on in there, looking to score those 2 points, which she gets and calls it off.
Now 85 playing 46. Official review.
I see an official review being called for.
California.
If we get any information on the official review, we will certainly pass it along.
Yes, indeed. We will definitely keep an eagle eye out for changes to the scoreboard, to changes to the personnel in the penalty box. See if somebody goes in for California or not. How are we doing on the ads? Have we paid all the bills, Machismo?
We have indeed.
How about that? Thanked all the tournament heads, paid all the bills. Having a great time here at Inline 309 in beautiful Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
Bucks County, yeah, I believe so. Or is this
right
Montgomery County?
Yeah, they're right.
It is Bucksmont, and that name comes from Bucks County.
And Montgomery County. There you go. Let's see, how else can we compare these two teams? California is only their second appearance. New York's been here at BOTAS forever.
Since there's been a BOTAS.
Both are very large states. Both teams have a lot of contributing leagues.
And, of course, Texas is here as well, so the biggest electoral states in the nation are represented.
Yep. Some of the smaller states that are here, or the province of Saskatchewan, don't have as many participating leagues. So that's why there are different rules for teams from California, teams from New York. They have to have more diversity because they have more leagues.
Yeah, I mean, New York has, well, I don't know how many leagues, but certainly.
Over 45. It was Gretchen put together a great amount of information for us. A lot of it was on spreadsheets, and I tried to print out as many of them as I could.
And if California, if anything, has more leagues than New York.
Yes, correct. California had the most. California, Texas, New York, and Pennsylvania had the most contributing leagues.
That makes sense.
Florida was up there. Florida has a lot of leagues.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Penalty box personnel has not changed.
Yep.
Score has not changed. They're not going to retain the official review anyway.
I was just going to check to see, but
although it does say a plus, no, it's gone completely.
Yep.
So, but don't know if they won or lost. But we do know that
E-Rex
is your lead jammer. Brisk pace, one of the fastest tempos we've seen. Tempi, one of the fastest tempi we've seen.
Tempuras, perhaps.
Now you're making me hungry.
Delicious.
Nothing. Truly scoreless. Our second truly scoreless of the game. keeps the score 85-46. And I forgot to write down who the jammers were. Do you remember?
Kate Sarah was out there.
Okay.
I did not catch. Oh,
it was 37. It was E-Rex.
Yeah.
E-Rex got lead. So one of those rare times where Kate doesn't get lead.
Well, that's one way to put it. Are you the voice of California?
We called a game for Atlanta Gotham last year at ECDX where Kate Sarah had a perfect game.
Perfect game.
Never got scored on, got lead jammer every time.
Switchcraft taking a big hit in the front of the pack, but recovers so quickly.
All right, Switchcraft is the lead jammer, and Ginger Snapper is on the line for California. That is number 86.
Switchcraft on the inside. Nope, pulled back, recycled. Number 33 there, that's R2. Linchpin of this California defense.
Hey, help us out on the Twitch chat. We have to pick some MVPs. We'd like to know who you think, one from each team. Who do you think the New York MVP should be, and who do you think the California MVP should be? With the caveat that it can't be E-Rex because E-Rex won earlier in the tournament, so we're not going to repeat MVPs. So give me a Cali MVP that is not E-Rex, and tell me who you think has been having an outstanding game for New York.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from the Peanut Gallery here. See what you guys think. All you folks up in Troy.
And this is a true 2-to-1 ratio.
It is.
If you use 46 as the common denominator, it is a 2-to-1 scoring
That's
ratio.
Bobby Narco teaching you the old math. That's the one he learned.
Where we had chisels and you had to erase the dinosaur. Yeah. Meanwhile, 5 minutes and 17 seconds left to play in regulation. Can you see either jammer? They're up there, Mizzy C and
Louisiana Slammer.
5:04 couldn't get out of the penalty box.
Sad that that's what she's going to be known for in this game, but she's also going to be a
at
lead
least
jammer.
I remembered it. There you go.
That's fair. Where's a Brutal getting a piece of her coming out of the pack? Now Mizzy C is out front, racing around. I see.
Oh, it's a power jam. New York going for a track cut. Only the second jammer penalty for New York this game. We had the mystery penalty on Kate Sarah.
Right, yes.
In jam 1.
Well, whatever it was, she was angry about it, which doesn't narrow down the penalty at all. Louisiana slamming out. Eye in the back of that pack.
Wheezy hits the back of the pack, goes down, but gets right back up again.
Really sort of feels her way through the pack there. That's an interesting approach.
Calls off the jam, going to get a power start out of it. Mizzy C will start in the Apex Skate Shop penalty box for the next set of whistles. We are down to 4 minutes and change in regulation. Let's get those point tallies. Did Did New York get any? They did not.
Yeah.
And
7 points for Cali.
Nice.
And an official review called by New York.
The only team that can. They might be trying to spring that jammer out. What do you think if you were Nostradamus?
I would guess to buy Apple in 1983, but
3 minutes and 59 seconds left to play in regulation with this official review by Team New York. What are they saying on Twitch about the MVPs? Who do they like? Wheezy. They're like Wheezy
Brutal.
for CA. Brutal is amazing.
Veda.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of votes for Brutal there.
Oh, I got to thank you, Professor Narco. Someone liked the math.
Or maybe it was the history. We've covered a lot of disciplines here.
True enough. Whiskey talking to the jammer in the penalty box. You can get lead if they don't get out right. You got this.
Just a friendly little reminder from Whiskey Lullaby.
And a 303. Mizzy C was like, yeah, I got this, so don't you worry about it.
Well, it looks like Brutal is the odds-on favorite, at least from the Twitch chat for New York.
Fuerza Brutal? Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, I can see that.
Yeah.
Has been a very strong defense his entire game.
Did we ever get confirmation about Fuerza Brutal, whether Skates for the Hooligans as well?
I did not see it. But, I mean, that
It
doesn't
could
mean
have
it's
gone
not
by.
there.
Yes. We're not always paying attention to the Twitch chat. Oh, Johnny Pepper just said something about the official review. No changes to the scoreboard, no changes to the personnel in the penalty box.
I think, yeah, I don't think there's any change there at all. Standing in the box now is Mizzy C.
And 626.
Lead jammer.
Is Maddie Masochist picking up lead jam.
First 2 in a row for lead jams for Cali this half.
And they haven't had two in a row since the last 2 of the first half.
Cali's losing their pivot to the box.
Yeah, I didn't see the call.
Neither did I. Maddie now has 4.
Yeah, both jammers getting 4,
Yep.
swapping 4s.
Trade body blows here. Obviously, that serves New York's interest just fine.
Yep. Mizzy C drafting around the turns. And now Mizzy C gets the inside and is ahead.
Little burst of speed, glides out of that pack. Yeah, they're running the clock now.
Pinky Swears up at the top of the pack. A Gotham skater by way of the Hudson Valley Horrors.
Yes.
Oh, the Horrors. Oh, the Horrors. Shout out to my friends up at Hyde Park Roller Magic, the Hudson Valley Horrors.
Been a while. I got to get back up there. They switch their games to nights that are hard for me to get there. Oh,
Sometimes Sunday nights as well.
Yeah.
Penalty coming in, California losing a blocker to the Apex Skate Shop penalty box.
Yeah, New York definitely. Well, actually, it's Cali's to call here.
Yep.
And they're not choosing to.
10 squared playing not a square.
Prime, I think.
Okay. 3 more, it'll be 8 squared. 10 players playing 8 squared. Nice Apex lead.
There we go.
That spoils everything.
So that'll be another 4 points up there for New York. And under 2 minutes left to play. 60.
White is getting more points as well. White's going to have 10.
Up to 10.
104, 12 points is the high mark of the game, is it not? Yeah, matches the points that Kate Sarasa put up in jam number 15 of the first half. So ties the high mark of the game and puts New York up over the century mark.
Well, barring an Angels in the outfield situation here, looks like New York will be playing again on Saturday.
Let's hear it for New York. Kate Sarasa, lead jammer. Wish I had a nickel for every time I said that.
You'd have quite a few nickels.
Oh,
what a
Kate! Oh, my goodness, Kate!
Oh, that was quite an explosion there over that apex. My goodness.
Have you ever seen a flying jammer? Only good for 4 points, but 4 of the most spectacular points you'll see.
4 points
You
with
should get
style on
style
the
points,
replay
yeah.
there. Great job from Chad there, giving you that replay. All right, likely the last jam here will be whistling at about 40 seconds left.
That is Switchcraft on the line for New York. And
I think the next Cali game you do on here, you need to do in a Valley Girl voice right through, Bobby.
oh my God, you think I could do that? I would totally do
I
that.
have faith in you. I'm trying to do a Brooklyn noise, but I can't even do that. Switchcraft is your lead jammer.
That's Terratot out
Yes.
there for New York, not New York, for California, completing the initial pass. 4-4-4 to the penalty box for California.
Slicing into that pack there, trying to get by Fuerza Brutal and that golden helmet. I've got a golden helmet. We went in very different directions there. And Terratot is through
You went
for
with
4.
you went with I got a golden ticket from
Yes,
Willy
you
Wonka, and
got
I
it.
went with the Valkyrie. We're into the Valkyrie.
I thought that was a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
It is,
you
but
were
he's
voting.
doing.
I know. All right.
I see what you did there.
Unofficial final, 64-111. New York taking it.
Are those squares? Is it 11 squared? No, that would be 121.
121. Yeah.
Almost.
All right, we will have MVPs for you in just a moment.
Yes.
Thank you for all the Twitch folks there chiming in on that. All right, we are back. We have your MVPs as decided by a panel of experts, actually a panel of announcers, not quite the same thing.
We did take your input into play.
We sure did, and we agree with it. MVP for New York will be Where's the Brutal.
Indeed. And for California, number 444, Unleashed.
All right. 2 hard-working blockers there taking MVP and well-deserved on both fronts. It has been an honor and a privilege.
As always, to join you, Mochismo, on this Nerd Derby production brought to you by Twitch.tv. I am Bobby Narco, and we'd like to join to wish you peace, love, and roller derby.